I'm be honest, it takes a very specific style of party to survive without a healer.
Alright, I'm live, bitches.
I guess it also a little bit depends on your DM, because some DMs, if you don't have a healer, will throw healing potions at you like they're nothing.
What if we're all necromancers?
Okay,
We
I'm
just
back. Sorry.
Fuck that.
raise each other.
You'll be super squishy and die in like 3 hits.
No.
Damn.
Madge.
Madge.
Whoa, it's so different. What the fuck? I like it.
Thank you. What the fuck? Hey!
What?
What you doing?
Dancing?
Alright.
You.
I like how the my cabbage is behind all the things.
Yeah,
Thank you.
kid did no worries. For a good luck stream.
We're gonna need it.
I like where you put all the little peeps and
Where
circles
is
work
it?
very well.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, you took off the glasses thing? I guess
The
it would
what?
be a little bit harder with the VTube thing.
Haha, yeah. Fuck off.
Where's it look so sweet? Are you seeing this? I realized I just didn't send it to you. Where?
Well, I guess the only other thing to do in the future with those channel points is to at some point spam so many hydrates that you have to drown yourself.
Oh, well.
Oh.
I guess I'll die.
I just realized
Watching he be rolling down the street. He be rolling to the beat. He be rolling down the street.
Oh, Jesus.
The spam. The
Oh,
spam begins.
alright.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
No. Oh my god, my stomach already hurts. Can we not?
Drink.
Just little sips. Little sips. One sip will each hydrate.
No, I just chugged this whole fucking water bottle.
That's not what I said.
Just be like a raccoon and just stick your tongue in it, and that's it.
Yeah, just like that.
Just one, and that counts.
Ugh. Oh, I'm not doing that again for a while.
Yep, that's fair.
Like, I just ate and everything, so it's like, ugh.
Oh, the donut. Oh my gosh. That's a violated ass email, I'm gonna tell you. Exactly. That's what that means. Exactly what I said. Literally.
That's all what?
Hold on, I'll say it again.
I just got back.
No.
Wait a
Now
minute.
you have to say it again.
Oh no, I do.
Nah, you missed it.
Mm.
It's gone now.
1 second.
I'll clip it, don't worry.
There.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're lucky you typed it. I was about to clip that bad boy. Just imagine it popping up on people's shoutouts.
Oh, not me,
Yeah.
Nez. Oh.
I
What was
like
that
how
on the
those.
vibrator?
I like how those 3 words change depending on the emphasis in the sentence.
Yep, and where the comma's at.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright. Well, now that we've done that.
Beep boop. Eve is a
Yep,
robot.
Now that Fee's a robot again. Don't
World
agree.
is saved.
Going great. We'll get like 2 hours of D&D in, and then
So when do you start your new job? This week?
probably either next week or the following week. So it might
Nice.
My interview is Friday, but it's one of those like I'm quote unquote getting interviewed, but like literally everyone at the job's like, yeah, you're gonna be hired. So
Yeah.
it's just that cursory interview of like, you're not a douchebag. So
Exactly. Yeah. Congrats. Good job. 3 good jobs.
Oh, I don't know if I'm a robot still, but good job. And I'm not quite certain as to why that is happening, so. But if I wait it out, usually it's alright. I can still hear you, so I'll just silence my way out of that.
Thank you, Joshy.
Jeff will gonna
Josh.
crying robot.
You?
Ooh, that'll be a new one.
Yeah, straight up.
Right, take it away, boss.
no, but I don't.
Yep.
I don't. Does it count if Jaffel is because like V's a robot, but Jaffel ain't the robot.
Hmm.
But
Are you?
they are one and the
13?
same. Yeah.
Mm. Spicy.
Yes, I'm sure it's my campaign.
Eve stubs her toe at work and goes, "Ouch, that really hurts."
It really hurts. Pain.
Yeah, actually, that's amazing.
Yeah, she just has a lisp. Not around us though.
Yeah. See, this is my actual fake voice.
Yeah.
We're-
It's
This
not a
is-
character.
this is your streamer voice.
Yeah.
It's all just an act.
How do you think I did the job of voice so good to begin with?
She actually
do
has an
you-
American accent with a lisp.
I mean, that's what everyone here thinks.
Oh, no.
I can-
Nixon? Might be.
Gore.
I can cry in Sparksy.
I'ma beat your ass. How dare
Oh,
you?
no, it's begun.
Is crying in raccoon just screaming?
Ah!
Yeah. Sounds right. I think.
That sounds about right.
Solid.
All right. So now after our last session of a 4-hour shopping session and then like maybe an hour of story, those are always the best and worst sessions to do. Because it's a lot of easy shit to do. You're just trying to pick out what you want. But for the person buying nothing, it's the worst session ever.
Yeah. Wait, did anyone not buy anything? Mare?
Got drums.
She
No,
got a
Mary
drum.
got the
Oh,
drums.
she got drums. Yeah, she got like the best thing, technically. You got a bag. Worf got actually a super awesome cape, which I don't think he even bought.
No.
gift?
Well, I did. No, I had to buy it.
You technically bought it, but it was also
Forced to
like
buy,
super cheap for
essentially.
what it was.
Yeah.
You got more robots, or is it me this time?
I don't know.
Mine's saying I'm not a robot currently. Fuck no, now I am.
I'm confused.
I think it's going in and out because like I don't know if I'm hearing anyone as robots.
I'm scared.
Anyway, after a 4-hour shopping
you're good.
session and like 45 minutes of story, pretty sure we ended off with everyone waking up for the next morning. I think. Can't remember.
Sounds
I don't know why
about right.
Don't know why my memory's shit right now.
Mitski! How you doing, girl?
I woke up. I went to see it. Yeah, I think we're just back at the tavern, ready to go. We're straight up like on that moment, from my understanding.
Oh right, yeah, you did your stuff in the morning and then
Yeah.
Yeah, we were at the tavern ready to go. Or something like that.
We need to start getting Sparks to edit like on the last episode.
Ah,
True.
True, right? Yeah.
don't make me do any more work than I have
I
to.
have to.
More
sorry.
work.
Or
Well,
I just
yeah.
need to watch like the last 15 minutes of whatever previous live stream and not
It's
forget.
more work for you. Let's just make more work for Sparksy.
No.
Yeah.
Easier this way.
No, you're right. The DM doesn't need more work.
Yeah, exactly.
See?
How about we make Donk do it?
Oh.
He has the announcer voice, so, you know, let's do that.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
How about a
I don't
collaboration?
have a voice.
I don't.
Best of both worlds.
Mm,
I think Jaff will do it.
no. Let's just
Collab.
make Donk do it.
Madge.
Donkified. Sid.
All right, we're heading to Ascor.
That's so
There
cool,
you go.
Mitski. I'm so like happy you went. That
Right.
seems like something like I'd want to see.
See, you'll
It's
make
gonna
Donk
take
do it,
4
but
days.
it'll be a very Donk level explanation.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was actually gonna say he's gonna donk it up.
Yeah.
Dunkified.
Donkified.
Now, see, the best thing would be is if not only is it a Donk recap of what we did in the last session, but if it's also like those like childlike drawings of stick figures and shit.
Yeah.
Of just like a quick like slideshow of like this is what we were doing, and then this is like just like 2 or 3 pictures.
Stick pictures. Pictures.
Pictures.
Stickers, yeah.
Yep.
Great idea.
Sounds good.
But yeah, I think it was probably because you did go to the fabric store and did all
I
that. You
did.
picked up your bag,
Yep.
everything. So it was probably around like 10:30, 11,
Yeah.
a little bit before noon. And y'all are just sitting in the tavern, and you're, I mean, really free to do what are you guys doing?
Good question. Right, so we ready to go, fellas?
Yep.
Find
Where
the
we
way
where
then.
where are we going exactly?
To that evil sand place.
I thought it was outside the evil sand place somewhere.
You might be right.
I look over at
Ow.
Granny. We're going to outside of Ascor, right?
You know,
Uh,
kind of.
You can
you
always do the DM trick where you can make the DM explain for us, Jeffel.
Jeffel.
Did you just break
Yes, the
metagame?
Yes, I did.
the keen mind feature, or the DM's mind feature.
I wanted to be known that she scratches her chin and looks up in the air and imagine a little thought bubble come out.
Right.
Where are we going? Right, there you go.
No, it's one of those flashback mirages. And it fades back to a previous VOD.
Everybody open up to this timestamp.
Right?
Yeah.
Shit.
I was gonna ask, do we all see this mirage? Oh, the
But no,
pretty good
I
smell.
believe it was stated that Mare did talk to Dust one night.
Mhm.
It
and
was.
I believe it was you're meeting him outside of Ascor and just letting him know when you're like a half day away.
Well, to be completely honest, he didn't tell me anything about where. He just said, "Let me know when you're a half day away."
Or sorry, when you're a day out from Ascor. That's what it was. But yeah, he didn't specify anywhere. It was just let him know when you're a day out.
This is what I asked.
Easy.
Are we walking?
Yep.
We don't need any more Steves on our hands.
Why do you
Steve's
keep
blood,
mentioning
at least.
Steve? sky. Let me board.
Because we're hungry.
The horror.
The horror.
I think you're hungry, Donk. I'm not hungry.
Not yet.
Hmm.
All right, to Asgore.
To Asperger.
Asgore.
Asgore.
Well,
Oh,
from
yeah,
what I'm remembering in my
4-day
note
travel
mine,
on
we're
foot.
gonna get started, and we'll hear from Mr. Trust eventually. One day out or something. Half a day out from the evil place. Let's do that, I guess. Philip? Objection?
There's a lot of robotic noise I can't understand.
The most awkward sigh.
The best robot I've ever heard. He was questioning everything. I wonder if I could clip that.
Please do. I don't know if you can hear me yet, but I want to hear
Yeah,
that.
fixed again.
Okay. Well, we're ready to go, fellas, is basically what she said. I ain't going through all of that again.
Yeah, I think we're ready to go. Are we gonna walk? No, Steve.
No, Steve's.
No, Steve's. All right, me Val, take point.
She eagerly does take point, so yeah.
Good.
She's ready to get a move on. What do I roll?
If you're taking lead, it'll be a survival check.
Cool.
Lead us, Captain.
Captain, no captain.
And this, with it being not quite like dawn, you are not making quite a full day journey. You'll be about there, right under the F and the O in Fork Road.
Nice.
Should have bought one of those little backpacks that, fathers wear with their baby on it. So I could get into, like, the thing and dunk a carry it around.
Dude, you're probably so heavy with that armor.
That's okay. You strong. I seen it.
Strong
You
as
don't want
heck.
to do it.
I could
don't
be
know if it's that
firing spells off the front of you.
Okay.
Running
now
into
you're talking my
battle.
language.
Just hold my fists out in front of me. They're electrified. Just run into something,
I-
dunk.
Good idea.
Give him a hug.
Together we can accomplish anything.
One of us would die.
Definitely.
I just heard the robot, by the way. That's rough. The
Good
clip,
clip, though.
I mean. Yeah, good clip.
Poor robot.
The robotic sigh. But yeah, we'll say for this day, I mean, you do see a good amount on the road in the sense that there's a lot of merchants and a lot of people traveling away from Dead Snows. It's really once you get past the fork, either leading to Adbar or Asgore, that it kind of dies down. Like, not too many people are going to Asgore. And of those that do go towards Asgore, everyone kind of questions that. It's one of those things of like, the hell is your business in Asgore, and what are you doing? But then you realize you don't ask too many questions, because then you don't wake up with a knife in your back. But for now, this close to Dead Snows, it's fairly busy on the road.
Looks like safe travels from here, folks. I'm optimistic.
That's all.
Nothing can go wrong.
God.
And you're all dead.
Fuck.
The meteor strikes.
Yeah, nothing too much happens during the day. So you get through again most of the way. You get past the split off to either splitting west to Newfort or east to Adbar and Ascor. Like just past the fort there. And then
Did I
we'll go
buy
into...
that shield with the face on it or no?
No,
Okay.
don't think so.
Yeah, aren't you broke?
No. 226 gold.
Wow.
I have it marked as a no, so probably not.
Yeah, I think that was before the cloak came out.
Mm-hmm.
But we will go into the nighttime for your first day of travel on the road.
I'll keep first watch.
Somebody throw a
I'll
perception.
go second.
That's... There we go.
All right. Okay.
Oh, damn.
Okay, so yeah, first watch. Nothing really. You see a couple campfires of just like either a merchant cart that had pulled over and is camped more closer to the road than most groups would be, but you imagine with a cart it would be a little bit hard to get far from the road without being too much of a hassle. Most people minding their own business.
Okay, I go to wake up Donk and I take a ration and I put it before his nose. Like,
One of my rations.
go boy, go get the ration.
How dare you? And I go get the ration because I'm hungry. You're lucky I like snacks.
Maybe a little too
Oh, it's
much.
freaking made me hungry.
Match.
Well, that snack gave you the power for the night watch.
It sure did. Unless
And you see pretty much the same thing. Not really much going on throughout the night here.
I do want to go talk to the merchant, but I don't.
So you don't.
I resist. I resist. I stare at him menacingly. But I resist asking him for more snack. And I guess I go and bug Horzu.
Yep.
Stare at him
This is
menacingly.
third. Because he's third watch. And I just
Yeah. What do you
give him
do?
a little-
What do you do,
I
dog?
just gently caress him once again. Oh, Horzu. Horzu.
Ah! No. What is it?
Your turn.
Okay.
Please protect us.
Okay. No promises, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Oh, there it is. Yes.
Third watch.
Damn.
Fails.
As
Yep.
expected.
Class.
Roll the dice.
This is why the thieves always hit at third watch.
They figured it out. They
All
figured
the
out the
archers
system.
do come out of the woodwork.
Right. You don't really see a lot, but you're unsure if that's your own fault or the fact that really nothing is happening tonight.
All right. Oh, so now I have to decide. Jeffel.
Good choice.
Sorry,
Fuck.
Mare scares me.
Yes. I mean,
Fair point. Have a
That's
good
why I
sleep,
get more
buddy.
sleep.
And you glowing
Sleep for
pine cone.
eternity,
There you go.
more like it. Oh. Oh. Alright. Good night, fella. Sort of shakes it as if it's gonna do something, but it doesn't do anything. Like, oh, alright. Like it's like a glow stick or some shit. And
Man, you
mm,
wah, 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 wah.
you sleep great.
wah, wah. Hmm.
You're kind of staring off at the pine cone, kind of getting that like droopy eye. And then you go from looking at the light from the pine cone, and then you kind of like blink for a little bit, and then you open your eyes, and you're actually on your back staring up at the sun now.
Uh-huh. Fellas!
Meval, jumps at that and, like, lands on all fours, just, like, looking around frantically.
Do you have
Mm,
your pants?
Just 5 more minutes.
Have my pants?
Do you have your pants?
That's the important question.
Yes, pants are required.
Okay.
Everything
I
is right in the
fell
world.
asleep.
Wait,
Jeffel,
wait.
Can you see my face?
Wait, do I have my pants on?
Oh,
That's the question.
that is the question.
No, Meval is Pooh Bear in it.
Okay, I'll ask you the same question. Did you start do you have pants?
Well, yeah, she has pants.
All right, then you're wearing your pants.
Okay, cool.
Unless you don't wear them to sleep, in which case you wouldn't have your
I
pants.
would love to think that Jack will make it sleeper, but that would create way too many issues. She free balls it in.
Listen,
Into the privacy of her own home.
listen. I didn't know if there was anybody who like this sort of like weird pants stealer, like the underpants gnome off of fucking South Park. I don't know.
Uh-huh. I think Mare would be the free baller.
Nah, that freak actually not anywhere near escort.
Would you be a free ball?
I don't think she wears pants. Just a robe.
Oh. Well, do you think she goes commando?
I'd
That's
rather
what I'm
not
saying.
think
I was
about
gonna
it.
say no one wants to think about that.
I do not want to think of the leather armor she is sporting underneath that robe.
Anyway, Jeff will just sort of like, I fell asleep.
I'd like to check my shit, see if everything's there.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Yeah, I'm patting, doing the pat.
She's just crying.
Keys,
She's
wallet,
upset.
phone, glasses.
Spectacles, testicles.
So you find that you're missing nothing. You
Cool.
got everything.
That's a
Yeah,
good one.
no,
That's
you're
a
good.
good two.
I think we're still.
I have
part
to
of
make
town,
sure I
fella.
have my cape on. Do I also do an investigation?
Sure.
420.
Oh my god.
Funny number.
So your investigation consists of a very delicate investigation of, do you have your cape on? Hold on. You stand up, pose heroically, and yes, it's below your ankles.
Nice.
I almost got worried there for a second. Guys, look.
How,
Oh my
how else
God.
do you check for that? Are you gonna look behind you, like pat your back, see if you have a cape on? No, you're gonna stand up, do the pose,
Yeah, of
and if
course.
you look great,
It would be
You have
so
your cape.
sad. It would be so sad if it didn't, though. That would actually
right, do the
make-
heroic pose, and
Mm.
there's nothing. There's no flapping behind you.
Oh
You don't
no.
feel
Becomes a
brave.
shell of a man.
That's it.
Didn't even have it a whole fucking day.
Yeah.
Just like he lost Rocky.
Oh, Rocky.
Rocky. Yeah, if you're gonna bring up
Oh, fuck,
Steve,
you got the Steve.
I'm gonna
trees
bring up
on
I was gonna say,
stage.
which Stevie do I don't know?
Red,
you'll know what the real Steve is.
The other important question: when Jaffel uses summon beast, will they always be Steve, and will you just count as you go?
Steve
Come on
number
out,
3.
Steve.
It's like
8,406.
Snowball from fucking Simpsons. Just get a million cats. Oh, Steve number 4. You know. Oh man.
Oh, man, robot.
Man, I didn't know
I didn't know
Jaffel
about-
turned into a Warforged.
Right?
Damn.
Speaking of which, don't know if you'll
I
ever
can
see
hear
them.
you. There's
Kind
just
of
like a
not
weird-
really a thing, but also a thing in this world.
Oh.
Well,
It's one of those like they sort of exist, but they're like
Okay, but if we
no
have
one
to,
really talks about them.
if we go and see one, it has to be named Fisto. You know why?
No.
Yes.
Are there firearms?
It's a weird mix of there's not necessarily as many like physical or like gunpowder based firearms. There's a lot of more magical cannon style things. So like such as if you were to be, you know, an artificer with a thunder cannon type thing.
Oh yeah.
Those do exist, and those are not terribly common. There are, at least you knowing some of the enchantments behind some of this stuff, there are also essentially magical siege cannons, as if it were like a cannonball type thing. Also incredibly expensive and very hard to make. They do exist, not really common though. But as far as gunpowder firearms, if they do exist, it's exceedingly rare.
Them dwarves, you know.
Hoarding all the good stuff.
Crafty little buggers. Alright. I'm ready to go. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, where's Granny?
Right.
Oh, we left her on Dead Snows.
look, you
Again.
Dang.
left her on the bow, left her in dead snows. A bit rough.
You didn't leave her anywhere. Granny just took a vacation to the Evermores.
Keep it up, and I'm gonna use this setting stone to tell him that you're working for Lodent now.
Oh. Gasp.
Oh. Could she?
Now who's leading?
Granny.
You, since you think you know can do this whole attitude thing.
I think Jaffel should for oversleeping, and because she knows directions. Thank you.
Oh, I gotta get my banana out.
Release the banana.
He just flies around me.
Yeah, so I just want to say that Jaffel did a quick glance down, glance up before that happened, and then went, oh, okay. Do a little shake, like, alright, that makes sense. Banana! You named him yet?
Yes, it's Hannah Banana.
Hannah Banana.
Okay. Alright.
Nice.
Let's see how many times this thing dies.
Then it
Alright.
becomes Anna Banana.
Alright, so I would like to, yeah, find which way is north, because I know it.
Man, it's that way.
Nice. Alright, well, I guess I'll follow the road. Follow the road down here, and go down here.
Give me a
down
survival.
here. I will do, don't you even worry about it. I'm a survival champion, if I could just find it. Here we go. Hey.
Sure, yeah.
Not bad, not bad.
Always gotta roll for weather. It's a nice and shiny day.
Oh, nice.
Great day for travel.
Nice.
For this day of travel, you'll probably get about there-ish. So, like there. You're almost to the fort. It's pretty slow. You're on foot. It's not great.
Hey fellas, I got an idea.
Is it a good idea or is it a Jaffle idea?
Oh, super.
Is it a Jaffle idea or is it a donk idea? Listen up. Alright.
Wait, which one's which?
Oh no.
Anyway.
I elbow Donk in the ribs for that one.
You mean
That's my
his
weak point.
kneecap?
You go to
Okay,
do
give
that,
it
and
to
you
Jaffle.
actually just hit him in more like in the the stomach, like sternum.
True. Okay. Yeah.
Also my weak point.
Stop
Right-
being
right in the-
Sorry,
mean.
Jaffle. Go
Right in
on.
the solar plexus.
Oh.
Hey Mayor,
Yes.
how about you sing us like a song and we can like do a roundabout? Join in, make the travel go faster. Oh no.
Yeah, Mayor, I want to hear the new drums. That was
Ah.
a Jaffle idea for sure.
Those are for tagging things. Those
I
are for
can use
melting
them.
brains.
I can still use them.
I like brain goop.
It's exactly what they're used for, and that's why she's using them now.
Oh, no.
Didn't you say we already made it somewhere though?
I mean, like
No,
it's a day of travel.
Oh.
Whatever
think of
happens
the
during that day of
plan
travel, you
anyway.
can interject. But
No.
I mean, yeah. If you want me to
Yes,
some tunes as we walk, I can do that.
I would like that.
Nivelle is still mad at the earlier comment, but she sticks kind of close by to Mare.
You know, who said you forgot me?
She doesn't talk to you.
Oh.
Yeah, get ignored, nerd.
I don't know what's going on.
She sticks closer by to listen to your song, but like, she don't talk to you. She's
Doesn't
mad at you.
engage. Oh.
He's just vibing.
Oh,
I'm just keep
so
going.
like, so what type of song is it? You just playing your throat singing? I want to know. I want to know.
No, just some drums to keep a nice beat. Make sure you all keep moving.
Well, to the beat.
Yes, you have to walk to
Jaffle-
the beat, or I will
Jaffle's like-
smack you in the back of your foot with my walking
Starts
cane.
playing fucking like the Rude Sandstorm.
Jaffle starts like
I hope
like
so.
scatting like boopity beep bop. Bada beep 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 bop. Dum beep bop beep. Dumpatee. It's not very good. Completely off. And she keeps moving, and she's having fun, and she's enjoying the music, and it's good. Ta-da. All right.
you know, they need more travel-based spells other than like teleportations.
Yeah, I want
I don't know if there are
summon
any
go
like
kart.
I don't know if there are any decent spells besides like maybe a paladin gets Find Steed. Like
Find Steve.
you start like as soon as you start getting into like 3rd and 4th level spells, you start like 4th level spells. You have I think it's where's fucking teleport circle or some shit. I forget what it's called. But they don't have any like, you know, here for the next 8 hours you go like twice as fast if you're just traveling.
Yes. That'd be very awesome.
Anyway,
So,
second night of
we make-
travel to Asgore.
oh, we're not doing what?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's the second night.
Oh, it's a night. Oh,
yeah,
I'm
who's doing
stupid.
what?
Don't worry,
Sec-
don't
second
worry
night.
about it. Don't worry about it. I'm just stupid.
You just got through second day. Now it's second night.
All right, fellas. I have plenty of sleep. I'll go first.
I'll go second.
I'll go fourth.
All right, let's go to bed. We all know the order.
Nightmare, thanks for the tunes.
Thanks for the tunes, Mare.
Reval snubs Mare.
Oh. Alright, so she keeps her like she like I'm sorry, Werf, you might want to close your ears for this one. She does a very cartoony, like tries to pull her eyes open. Like, stay up.
Before we go to bed, though, I'm stuffing the bag of holding right down the front of my pants in the armor.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay.
Locked up tight.
Nice.
Good, very good. That's
Only
what I like to
my
hear.
fingers could reach.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Oh no!
Alright, so wait, what am I looking for? Perception. There
Perception. There
we
you
go.
go.
Slightly better.
All right.
Horse who ain't sleeping tonight.
This time, fairly awake. Confident that you're not going to fall asleep.
Yeah. She's got it this
And,
time, don't you?
I mean, you don't. For your watch. And you get to see a whole lot of nothing happening.
Before my watch ends, am I able to cast Druidcraft?
Sure.
I would like to do that. Woo!
What for?
Oh, weather. Yeah, sorry. To figure
Okay.
out what the weather is.
It's like Druidcraft has like 7 different things.
Yeah,
you
I
can do.
completely forgot. I only used it for that.
Alright,
Yep.
you check the weather for the day. Go ahead and do Druidcraft. And you kind of have to look away for a second because the Druidcraft is very blinding light. And you're very confident that it is sunny all day.
Nice, Sue. Well, nice to know. Alright. So she sort of sits down next to Val and does a little tap tap. Yo, Val.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know.
She gets up and just stretches and stays in a sitting position.
I got some good news.
Huh.
It's gonna be nice and sunny tomorrow.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I'll
Huh.
see you then.
I don't think we need to be wet, but,
That's true.
you know,
Unless it's some sort of pool.
swimming for fun.
Anyway,
Oof. No, thank you.
you do you, pal. Good night.
Good night.
Goes to bed. Good night. 15.
Alright. Boy, you see pretty much the same thing that Jaffel saw with a whole lot of nothing. You do hear at one point, in the middle of the night, a cart traveling by. Kind of weird that someone's traveling in the middle of the night, but to each their own, really. Especially if they're trying to get somewhere in a hurry.
Hmm.
Oh, what's sauce?
Little saucy.
No saucy.
I go over to Orzo and I crouch down and shake him awake. Calm down, it's me.
Karate chop.
Okay. Have a good watch.
You got it. Big thumbs up. Come on, Mr. Split. That's my banana's name.
That's cute.
Yup. Got him right.
Okay.
What's he doing? I need to know.
Flap around.
Oh, it's a peeled banana. Huh.
No, he's got his peel. Don't eat my banana, though.
I go lay down next to Jaffel and I curl up.
Oh, nice.
Alright. Between you and your homunculus, you are fairly confident that no one's really going to try and bother you tonight. A lot of nothing happening. Still kind
You
of that
play
same
like a-
situation where there's like some travelers. You can see a couple like campfire smokes that are kind of petering out, but kind of quiet.
All right, all right. Oh, who's up next?
It was me.
Mr. Dom. I'm gonna go boop him on the nose. Boop. Hey, your turn, buddy.
Did you bring me a snack at least? Wait. What is that I see?
No, no.
A banana?
Go split. Split hides in a tree nearby.
Yeah.
Here, give me one of
Agile
your.
banana I've ever seen.
Give me like the wings, dude.
Oh.
Give me one of your rations. Watch. That's a cool trick. That's a cool trick.
I break up half a ration.
I make it glow, and then I go to sleep.
Ashy.
What a weird fucking thing to do.
Yeah, you can do that.
He's a magician.
I
I've
fucking
always been
can't.
kept by that guy.
Never thought about someone using magical tinkering on food.
Dunk likes to play with his food sometimes, so you know.
I mean, I'm playing
Man,
with that all night.
That light ate the ration, kind of glowing weirdly a little.
Mhm.
Can't really tell if you're actually glowing or not, but you think you are, maybe. Gives you the confidence to see through everything and see that funk all is happening tonight.
You're gonna have to thank that Horzu guy in the morning. Unless I forget. God forbid.
Instantly forgets.
Okay, guys, wake up now. Guys.
Big old stretch. Touch
Okay.
the toes. Do some star jumps. GG. Ready.
Mevel also joins in.
Oh yeah. Much more limber than me.
Timber me shivers.
By the time you've done your couple, she's already done like 12.
Sound like somebody squeezing a Coke can.
I mean,
Crunchy boy.
yes.
Right, who's leading
I think
today?
I think Mr. Banana should lead today.
Okay. Split. Let's go. What happened after
Dunk
that?
follows closely behind, waiting for his chance.
Give me a survival.
Shoot. This is not good, fellas.
No, he's trusting Banana.
You have flat 0 in survival?
Yeah.
Well, it ain't that hard to follow a road. Not the fastest amount of travel you've done a day, but you know you've got still a good amount of distance ahead of you. So whether you do it fast or as long as you get it done, but that'll still put you right about here on your 3rd day.
Is that a day out?
From there,
Pretty close.
probably looking at like 2 days. If you were to go like straight into Ascor. So
Alright,
I'd say another day of travel, and then you would be a day out.
So we just gotta survive one more day. What could go wrong when we have a banana leading the group? Nothing, I say.
Oh, Mr. Split.
Mr. Split. Believe. And if not, you're getting eaten.
No, you should have made him look less appetizing.
Put bruises all over his body.
Oh no.
All right, third night.
I'll go third. Passes out.
I'll go first.
I'll go second.
I'll go last.
Oh, Doc, it's a full night of sleep?
Let's go. Beep, beep.
All right. Now, being not terribly far from Ascor, and you're past the fork that leads off to Adbar, it's a lot less going on. You don't really see any campfires throughout the night. Can't really make out any kind of like wisps of smoke or dying fires. And it adds a little bit of tension to the night, as this is more where you're probably more likely to encounter anything. But you don't see anything throughout the night.
I go wake Jaffel up. Basically mimicking her actions from the night before.
How'd it go?
I didn't see anything.
Feels a little weird over here.
I don't like it. Be on your toes.
She gets up and sort of flips up on her tippy toes a couple times. I don't know how that will burst her. And goes and curses. Yeah, goes for a watch.
She just curls up right there and sleeps.
Yeah. Reception. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now this, you are fairly awake for. You had a
Yay.
little bit of sleep beforehand. You can wake up, be prepped for the night. And although there is that little bit of tension in the air, you're fairly confident that you have seen a whole lot of nothing happening throughout this night.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. She crosses her fingers and is like, alright, lucky shift. And then sort of taps on Horthu. Wakey wakey.
Sits upright. Hello.
Hi. It's a little creepy out there. I'm not saying anything, but Val said it's good to stay on your tippy toes.
Alright.
So maybe do that.
Yep. On tippy toes.
Excellent.
Oh no.
Good night.
Good night. This is very uncomfortable, but I must do it.
Boy, and it is a little uncomfortable. You don't do it the entire time because after a while it gets a little bit sore and then you kind of like sit for a second, feet kind of feel weird. Then you
Goes to sleep.
start doing it a little bit more again later. A little bit distracting throughout the night, really. Nothing though. Nothing happening.
Alright. Go over to Granny. Gently shake. Yo, wake up.
Fine.
Jaffel said something about tippy toes. I don't know. Good night. And I fell asleep. My dogs are barking.
It's a weird game of telephone.
You know Granny's just gonna ignore it.
Ignore it. Yeah.
Yeah. I've had a nice little rock. Just sit.
All right. Get to that oddly peaceful bit in the morning, right before sunrise, right before the sky starts lighting up. It's quiet. Not unusually quiet. Still a little bit of wildlife out and about. Nothing happens.
Okay. So then time to wake up.
Yeah, I believe we're going in the fourth
Fine.
morning.
I'm scared. It's too quiet.
Because I love throwing random rolls at people. Everyone give me a D100 roll.
That's
Slash R 1D100?
Yep.
Or is there a space in there?
Nope, no space. Well, there's a space between the R and the 1.
Oh god. Okay, I did that. I think.
oh god, now I'm mad.
Madge.
Alright. It's a day 4.
I think we need to message Dusty Boy. Girl. I don't even know. Whoever that is. We need to talk to the rock.
Dust is in the rock.
I think so.
Oh. Knocks on the
I
rock.
know, I don't get it either.
Mm.
Yeah, we probably should.
Some kind of magic.
I'm just
When
gonna
you said he was dust, I didn't think it was actually dust.
I'll just let him know that we're about a days out from Ascor. That's all.
I think that's perfect, Granny. Good job.
Okay. Let's see. You get back. Gonna type it just because it's a lot easier.
We might have to go and ask her this time. Ask her.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll find Steve.
Mm. I hope so.
Alright, that's what you get back.
Cool, cool.
What do you say?
We have to meet him next to the hill at Gordon Forest.
Huh. Wait, where are we now? On the map?
You would be about here.
The hill.
Right around there.
Alright.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm more book smart than I am street smart. I don't know where I'm going. I cannot lead anything. Please don't make me lead.
I can try.
Probably a good idea.
Alrighty. Well, let's head that way. For surezies.
Right, Jaffel, I believe in your skills of finding the hills.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna go drive around the hill like this. Survival?
Yep.
Heck yep.
Big
Oh.
rolls, big rolls.
Oh,
All right.
excellent.
Now the hill. I mean, you recall a little bit. You may have passed a hill when you guys went through the Vordran Forest. But I mean, you could be talking about that hill. There could be other hills in the Vordran Forest. You don't know the area that well.
I mean, closest hill I know of is this damn hill. So
This hill right here.
is that a hill?
I don't know.
Is that a hill?
That's a hill.
Oh,
That's a mountain.
let's go to the hill.
And these are all a lot of hills.
I mean, we'll be
options.
heading that way anyway, so I suppose we could see that hill, and then go to the other hills. You know?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Wait, off the road, south. Off the road.
But Granny never said south. Just said we needed to go to the hill.
Yeah, why did I do this to me, Granny? Can't even have all the details.
I mean,
Yeah.
at this point, like a day of travel would get you about here, so you'd be about even with the hill.
Alright, well, I mean, as I said, we've got to somewhat go there anyway, I guess.
Yeah, I'd assume it's somewhat where we met last time, south of the road.
I'm definitely not the right character to have, like, what do you call it, the compass shit, because I am so terrible with directions. I'm looking
Which is why
down.
Perfect. for
That's looking like north. I don't know what.
I mean, it's again, it's perfect because it plays to your intelligence score.
Oh,
Like
wow.
you're not a book smart person. You're not a studious individual, but like you're also not, not dumb. You have one of those like those traveled intellects that's like, I don't know, it's weird to explain or weird to talk about.
So good. All right, I want to head that way. But though my survival was really shit, so I don't know how.
I mean, you'll still get about there. Whether you're in the place that Dust might be talking about, you're kind of unsure. It's one of those like, yes, technically that is a large hill, but like there's also various hills that like, a slight difference in elevation could be called a hill, or a vast difference in elevation of like 50 feet or more could be called a hill.
This is true.
But you get to the point where like this might be where it is.
How close are we? Like, what time of day is it?
I mean, it takes you like the full day to get there,
Okay.
so you'd be going straight into a night watch.
Well, that's kind of perfect. We'll just keep
Whether
our guard up at night.
whether you, yeah, I mean, you can try and push a little bit further to see, if you want to venture out further north, down the road, south, whatever. Or you can kind of stay here for the night and then, the next day, try and figure it out.
What do you think, guys?
I don't really want to be wandering off into the dark. This is where a lot of random shit was going down.
Mhm.
My Steve died. Jaffel's having trouble. We're right outside the forest. Can I go find Steve? Are we close enough?
You are, I will
Still
say, you are
north,
keenly aware that to get to probably roughly the location that you might have left them at, it would still be like a third of a day. Like it's not like a half-hour walk north and then you're there. It's to get there and back would take a little bit more than half a day.
Alright, well, never mind. I think we should make camp. It's only safe.
Securing bag of holding in armor.
Oh. Secured.
Success. Alright,
Alright.
camp it is, I think.
Nappy time, nappy time.
Were you wearing diapers?
Me?
Yeah, we don't call them nappies.
Well, seems to be your problem.
I'll take first watch.
I'll take second.
I'll take third, fourth.
That quick save, good job.
Alright. Perception, yep, okay. Let's see. Okay. For you, the first watch, nothing really happens. It's a little bit more tense now that you're a day out from Ask. This is the kind of area that, like, most people leaving, even just on other business, might happen by and then be like, I could try that. Could make a bit of extra coin on my day. But nothing happens out, at least now.
Being so close to Asgore, she is kind of a little on edge, and her tail's poofed up like a cat's. But then she goes over to Jaffel and shakes her awake.
Wait, is it still poofed up like a cat?
Yes.
Alright.
It's not gonna
Jaffel's real
stop.
tired. Jaffel's real tired. He goes, reaches for the tail, pulls it like a pillow.
Shit, Jaffel! Please!
Oh,
That's my tail!
so fluffy. Oh.
No one gets to touch my tail. There's only 2 people in this world that can.
Oh. Morning.
Honkin' Horzu.
No.
No, instantly no. Alright. She gets up. She's a bit tired. She like slammed her head on the ground. Ouch.
Oh.
Alright. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Cussed.
Oh yeah. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
She's very aware of it.
Snorts cocaine.
Yep. She does what she has to do.
Okay. During your watch, you're sitting there for a while,
Yep.
and for the most part, nothing's really happening. You're keeping a vigilant watch,
Nice.
and then
Oh.
then you notice something, and it's a bit odd, and you wouldn't have really noticed had it not been for a bit of the sheen of white teeth. But about 60 feet from where you're keeping watch, you see it's hard to make out, especially in this dark, but it looks to be a black tabaxi with almost panther-like features.
That sounds familiar.
And you
Not
just see him,
Jaffel.
and as you look at him, you realize he's just staring at you.
She stares back.
Oh my god, please!
there, little fella. Is anybody near me? At all?
That is so demeaning. That's about as demeaning as Horzu going caca.
I mean, like, the closest person to you would probably be about 15, 20 feet away. At least of your allies.
Uh-huh. So I won't be able to kick anyone. Does he say anything to my little fella comment? Just sitting there.
No, you can see him narrow his eyes a little bit.
Well, let me think this through a little. So the only thing I notice is the teeth and the eyes. Just see him looking at me.
After looking
Yeah.
for a little bit,
So
you're
I
able
see
to
that
make
he's a Black
a
Panther.
vague, like, yeah, you can make out a vague, like, figure.
Memory sphere. Was I ever told that Dust is that? Somewhat. Panther. Wasn't he? I know that in the thing, but I don't know if Jaffel was ever told that.
I don't know if it was ever mentioned.
I have a feeling it wasn't.
I don't think you, me, or Donk know anything about
You
it.
guys don't, but
Which is very rough.
Meval knows.
I mean, you've heard Meval and Mare mention Dust, but I don't believe it was anything in particular.
I'm gonna take a chance. Still staring him dead at, like, down. Straight up. Ain't no blinking in this house. She sort of just lifts her hands so they can be seen and stands up. You who we're looking for there, fella?
You see him take a couple steps forward, put a finger over his mouth, and then point off towards Meval.
I nod. Kind of like dead. A smidgen like in front of her though. Just a smidge. I still don't know who this dude is, and she's an exotic cat. I know you're not a cat. I sort of whisper down. I'm like, yes. Gonna need more from you, sir. Or are you gonna bring out the actual panther? That's really rude. But anyway.
You see him point to you and then point to her, and then kind of just like a shaking motion.
Shaking? Wait, I don't know how to imagine that. As in shaking his head, no? Or shaking his entire body?
Does Meval wake up at all? Like during this? No. The only reason I ask is she would be, I don't know, skittish.
Not yet, no.
Okay.
More of a, like, he's shaking something.
Like in his hand?
Like, so he points to you and then points to her and then gives more like a, kind of like miming the motion of if you're like either shaking someone or you're shaking like a tree or something.
Oh, I see. Alright, so I sort of like do a little, because my hand's already up, right? I do a little, like I sort of like pull them out a little bit further, and then I lean down. And I, very gently, very quiet, sort of shake her.
She looks up at you and goes, "Is it time to get up already?"
gonna need you to come see this. So I just pull her up. Then I stand back up, make sure I'm still.
She looks around frantically.
Shh, shh, shh.
Give me a perception check.
Oh,
Okay,
hey!
yeah. You kind of get up and like kind of snap around a little bit, and then you very quickly spot the figure off again, like 55, 60 feet away.
Her tail fluffs up and her ears fall flat to her head. And she gives him a stare. And she
You see him kind of give like not quite obvious, but like a very noticeable like slight wave, and then starts making a couple different motions with his hands. And especially with that perception, you very quickly realize it's a form of thieves' cant, more of a mix between sign language and more military-like gestures. But it's a series of what you get across is he's saying, "Gather up, stay close, and follow me."
Can I reply back in the thieves' cant, asking about the rest of the party or just me and Jaffel?
You get back essentially 5 gather up.
5 gather up.
It's a weird series of like, it's not quite sign language, so you're not getting full sentences out.
Right. So I'm guessing all of us then?
Yo, Val? Gotta give me something here. Is this dude a threat or is it who we're looking for?
He wants us to follow him.
Do you know him?
No. Wait, do I know him? Is this the guy that we saved in that thing? In that cave?
I mean, with that perception, you can, after almost essentially conversing with him through a series of gestures for a little bit, you can make out the I say humanoid figure, the tabaxi in front of you. With it being low light and there's not really any way to see particular color, it does kind of look like it might be dust.
It might be him, Jaffel.
How sure is that?
He's telling all of us to follow, so let's get the rest of the party up and go.
Sure, sort of just like a little side eye. Stares at the dude again. Tilts her head. Then looks back. Nods. Goes to Horizu first. No, buddy.
I go to Dunk.
Huh?
My
turn.
I
Wake up, we need to go.
need to go. It's not even morning.
We need to go. Don't
No, this is
I
us.
argue.
I think it's the fella. I don't know what's going on. But I need you to stay alert.
Hey.
Okay?
No, what's happening?
There's this dude, possibly Dust, the whole dude that we've been looking for, but we ain't so sure, but he wants us to follow him.
Alright, I'll shoot him then.
I go
I'll watch.
to Mare and I gently shake her awake and tell her the situation.
The sitch.
Now that, why is everyone being secretive? Why
He's-
can't he just come tell us that?
He wants He wants us to follow.
Jeff,
Who is
point,
he?
point, point
I
in that
don't
direction.
know.
You gotta promise you won't shoot.
Can't promise anything.
Hold off on shooting?
Being compliant is all we have right now, so
What?
It's
5v1.
1v5.
you don't know what's lurking.
I mean, where's Mr. Split? I'm scared.
Yeah, but actually, it's 6v1. Mr. Split, let's go.
Like I said, you don't know what's
5 1/4
lurking.
V1.
What happened?
5 1/4 V1.
Yeah. Well, he's about as smart as Tonk.
Probably smarter if he gets half your intelligence, sadly. Yeah, I was gonna say that, but Jaffel, fuck.
Wow.
Anyway, let's go.
If we're following him, just for the record, this is a bad idea.
I'm just gonna talk regularly and say, "Hey, what's your name?" Ezekiel.
My name's Don.
Not you, dumb.
It is something I'd like to know.
We've all face palms.
I'm sorry, but the last time we were outside the Warden Forest, we got shot by an arrow.
You see him
That's
look
rough.
between all of you, and Mival, you catch him, and essentially it's just like, really? And then stay close, follow. And then he starts walking away.
Wait, did he say that out loud?
No, it's
No,
what
fake.
you're seeing is essentially just him making a bunch of random gestures.
Get
I,
out
He's
fast enough!
not
All
very
these
smart, is
motherfuckers.
he?
Mm-mm.
Like some Naruto jutsus over here. What is this?
I tell the party and I tell them to just kind of stick together and don't break formation, I guess. I don't know. And then I'll head the party.
I'm full charging my gauntlets so they're crackling and sparking and stuff. Real menacing like.
That's cool.
Cool guy.
Pulse up. Oh, Doug, you're my backdrop.
Oh, yeah.
Pulse up.
I'm posing.
It's like Doug
What if you did that to my hammer, and then it gets all crackly and then
Oh my god. Unbeatable.
I know I'm a genius.
Okay, so I head the party.
Okay. Are you're all following him?
I'm
making
following the bow.
zero effort to be quiet. Like I am stomping, I am smacking, I am crushing.
This is
Okay.
Mivel's biggest nightmare.
I am trying to be quiet. Probably unsuccessfully though.
Give me a stealth check.
Oh, never mind. I'm the best.
I mean, with that next to you, with Horzu next to you,
Right.
making all that noise. I mean, you're quiet compared to him.
Yes. I knew it.
Mival, since you're leading, you see him essentially darting ahead of you guys a little bit farther, and then kind of waiting and seeing if you're still following, and then darting further, and then waiting. Partially seeing how fast he can move, even with this little cover or this. You're seeing these movements, but you're not really seeing a ton of him in particular. It's more like he'll kind of dash to a point, and you can't entirely follow where like his pathway, but you'll see him where he ended. and you can't hear a single noise that he's making. But he leads you. I mean, depending on how long you guys follow, he'll lead you for 2-3 minutes, 4 minutes. It's been like 5 minutes at this point.
Guys, where are we?
Can we tell which direction he's leading us?
You can try making a survival check with disadvantage.
Cool.
You're unsure.
Gonna yell to Jaffel. Hey, Jaffel! Which way is north?
I'm right next to you, bud.
Oh, sorry.
I sort of like tap your shoulder. Yo, pick me up.
Okay. Lift.
Right, like by like the under the arms.
Okay.
All right. Now turn me left. No, I mean right.
I don't know which way that is, but okay.
We start just spinning in an entire circle a couple of times over, and I'm like, stop. Stop.
Meval groans.
That away.
Alright, Mayor,
Quick.
that way's north. See?
And now Jaffel's a little bit dizzy.
So using that, which direction is he taking us in?
Would I know?
I mean, Jaffel, you would know. It's more like a southeastern direction.
Southeast, friend.
Southeast, Mayor.
Okay.
And as you guys are following him, you see. Well, at least some of you can see. Not necessarily where he is, but as he's leading you off in this direction, a little bit further ahead, you do see another figure who is very fairly noticeable. He's not trying to hide himself. He's not really, crouching or anything. And at least Mival, you can see he's not even the figure that you're essentially being led towards. He's not even really looking at you. He's looking down, and you kind of... It's hard to tell, but you can kind of see him doing something through the ground.
I relay this to the rest of the party.
So he's peeing.
Can I see him?
You can all kind of see a figure there, but it's... most of you can't see exactly what he's doing, and even Mival is just kind of seeing him crouched and looking down and kind of doing something to the ground. Whether he's clearing something or drawing something, it's hard to tell.
I don't like this. Very trappy.
I have to agree, but
What kind of magic missile this fool doesn't miss?
How far away is it? Are they all?
You can see the one you're following probably about 75-80 feet away at this point. And the figure that is essentially crouched on the ground doing something is probably more like 150-200.
Guys, I don't think we should magic missile them. If they wanted to attack us, they
Say
probably
more,
would have
more like
already.
180. Probably 180 feet.
While we were sleeping. Am I wrong?
Yeah, but see, one dude versus 6 dudes,
Horzu,
But we were sleeping. It could have been 6 dudes and we...
I
didn't see
am
'em.
not. If this is Dust's people, I am not going to give up the only information I have to getting my family back.
Can I just send out my 4 dancing lights into like a zigzag line in front of us, the entire 120 feet?
That's pretty cool.
Okay. Right, the range cap on that is 120.
Yep. So like every 20 feet.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you have this sort of jagged line of light ahead of you now. And as you cast that, you see Dust like freeze, look around very quickly, and look back at you guys. And then realize you're probably the one that did it, and just get really annoyed. Like, visually annoyed. And then
Meval is annoyed too.
continues towards the figure that is crouched on the ground as he's like frantically waving you guys to follow.
Look, guys, it's Dust.
Oh, I'm glad we could see his face in that
It's almost
moment.
like he could use a sending stone just to tell me it was him this entire time, and you see me like hike up my dress and start walking towards him. Even more annoyed than he looks.
I go and run ahead.
I command
Trying.
Mr. Split to float 10 feet above me at all times.
Trying to keep up with Dust.
I follow Mr. Split.
10 feet above me?
Yep. Entranced by its majesticness. Need you.
I'll follow Granny, though.
Okay. Meanwhile, you said you're essentially catching up to Dust.
Yeah, I'm gonna run with him.
Okay. By the time you get fairly close to him, he's already caught up to where the figure is, and you see him like gesturing toward the figure, and the figure, while clearly doing something on the ground in the middle of it, is trying to half gesture back to him, but it's a weird thing of like this being this close now, you can see him drawing out a pattern in the dirt on the ground, and as he's in the middle of drawing it, kind of like half stop gesture towards Dust, and then back to drawing what's on the ground.
I'm not sure how to take that.
At least from the gestures, you can also make out essentially Dust is asking, ready, and then he gets the figure gestures back, hold on. Dust goes back, how long? And then the figure gestures back, 4.
Hmm.
And I'm right in thinking that none of us understand that aside from Val.
No.
Who else does?
No, I mean, like, yeah, none of you besides me, Val,
Oh, okay.
catch any of that. It looks more like Dust is just kind of gesturing towards the guy on the ground, and the guy on the ground's gesturing back, and kind of hard to tell what they're trying to convey.
Alright, well, Jaffel's keeping probably the most distance.
Right, and then you do see after that Dust kind of stop and turn to you guys and keep waving you forward.
How far away are we at this point?
Mival would probably be about 20, 25 feet. The rest of you, because Mival darted a bit forward. 80 to 100 feet.
I gesture to Dust and basically say, "Hope we haven't kept you waiting long."
You get back not long. Unknown watching.
She freezes
And
at that.
stay quiet. And then also gather up.
And I hastily like gesture to the group, like telling them stay together, be quiet, and come here, basically. In the best way I can.
Jaffel ain't all sold. She doesn't really wanna go that close.
Me- Mival gives her a pleading look.
I don't know these guys. You're asking too much. She shuffles a
use
little
Bear
bit
as a shield.
closer, but she's still keeping distance because she's not convinced.
Donk is hiding behind Mare.
Mival sighs and just shakes her head.
I tell Mr. Split to hang out with Jeffel. Floating banana of doom.
I pet the banana.
He will protect you.
Hey, buddy.
Can I see what he's drawn in the dirt yet?
Give me a perception check.
Balls.
Okay. It's a little bit hard to make out. No, you're unsure exactly.
I ask,
I
go ahead.
still have no idea what's going on, so I'm just gonna keep walking towards him.
I ask Dust through the gestures, what's going on here?
You get back from Dust. Important. Stay quiet. Gather up again. Stay close. And then he gestures more to the location around the figure that is still crouched on the ground drawing.
I look at the rest of the group. Is Jaffel the only one that's like kind of away, or?
I mean, from where you are, the closest of your party would probably be 55, 60 feet away.
Oh.
Because you darted a little bit ahead to catch up with Dust, and then essentially got to the point where Dust is now next to the figure.
We're being a bunch of rebellious kids.
I
It's not unless anyone else came up to me, Val, or got closer.
I just give the party a fucking desperate ass look. Come on.
I want to see what Picasso's drawn in the dirt, so that's where I'm gonna go.
Okay, so you'll go closer?
Mm-hmm.
How close? I guess that's really
Close
the
as I
important
can get.
question.
I wanna see that bad boy.
Okay.
I wanna see if it's magical in nature.
I mean, Mival, unless you say any different. You're about 15-20 feet away from Dust and the figure.
Mm-hmm.
Horzu, you're getting closer than Mival, like straight up to the
Mhm.
figure. Okay. Give me an Arcana check because you're this close and you can actually make out most of it.
Oh, he big though.
Got something in my eye, man.
Man, it's really hard to tell, and it looks a little bit odd. Can't really tell what drawing is or if it's supposed to be of something.
This looks like my friend Dunk's drawing.
You're lucky I didn't hear that.
I want to whisper to the guy drawing. So what you drawing there?
He gives you a very obvious stop motion. And then after like 20 or 30 seconds pass, you see him essentially going to connect a couple of the lines at a point in the drawing, and he stops just before connecting them and then looks up at all of you and then very quickly gestures forward. He's almost like emphatically trying to get you to gather up.
I think we're okay, folks.
I was following Mare at this point, so.
Yeah, let's go.
Come on, Jaffel.
Well,
No, I don't want to hear it. Let's go.
had you let me finish, Donk.
I love sassy Jaffel.
She kind of just rolls her eyes. Steps forward. Ain't trusting no one right now. But she's in. She's there.
Okay, so what are y'all doing? Who's gathering up where? Horzu, at this point, you are like essentially a couple feet away from the figure.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're a little closer together now. We're kind of grouped up.
I mean, are you all grouping up around the figure, or are you grouping up like 10 feet away from him? Like where are you guys?
Or are they gesturing to?
Well, you left the two people without dark vision to walk each other, so I'm gonna get as close as I can, I guess.
Same. Yeah, I'm following you, so that's probably not the best choice either.
Mivel stays planted where she's at.
I'm behind the granny and stuff, so I'm pretty far behind, right?
I mean, you were with them, yeah.
Yeah, the dark vision stuff. So I sort of just grab their little hands and paws. Lead them forward a little. I think it's this way. Holding
Okay.
on to them tight.
At this point,
Very
you can
scared.
essentially see the figure. emphatically gesturing forward and then kind of gesturing around to the space around him. Um, I'd say at this point, Mival as well. It's a little bit obvious, and with the thieves' cant and everything, it's more of they're trying to get you to gather around the figure.
I ask Dust, what is this? What is he doing in the in Thieves' Cant?
You get back safe, hidden, protection.
She steps forward and, kind of gets in range, I guess.
Okay, so are you all standing around the figure at this point?
Mm-hmm. At least I am.
So I need a yes and no, yes or no from everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've let them. Unless they specifically stray away, they should be there.
Okay, so you all get around the figure, and he finally he gets slightly fed up, finishes the connection, and there is a brief flash of blue. The drawing on the ground glows a little bit, and then there is what looks like almost like a translucent dome around you guys. The dome itself only has a 10-foot radius, and inside of it, it looks roughly like even with the size of Donk, it would fit about 9 of him. It's not a large space, but it's a translucent dome, and you can see everything outside of it. And then the figure finally goes, "Oh, thank God. You know how hard it is to get people to gather up with this spell? It has a 10-foot radius. It's really hard to get people this close without
You know
talking."
how hard it is to actually tell us what the fuck is going on?
And then Dust kind of looks at the figure, looks at everyone, kind of shushes everyone, looks apologetically at the figure, and then the guy's just like, "Yeah, go ahead." And then Dust kind of sticks him with a needle, like very quickly in and out.
Ugh.
And then the figure just goes, "This is the worst part." And then he collapses unconscious.
Huh.
And then Dust finally goes,
Dude.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Looks to me, Vol. How do you travel with all of them with this noise?
I cannot.
And y'all stop talking.
I
about
can't.
It
I-
wasn't very noisy
in the
actually,
room.
I
Ah! Jeff
You,
storms up.
surprising for your size, wasn't the loudest.
I know, and I pose with my cape. All in a day's work.
Mivel just shakes her head.
This is all fairly important. I don't know who's watching. You really never know who's watching. And the only way to ensure that protection to not have peering eyes is something like this. Horzu, give me an Arcana check again. Now that you've actually seen the spell in action and everything.
Big money, big money.
More big money.
Okay. At this point, yes, you realize it is essentially a ritual cast version of Liamon's tiny hut.
Teddy hut.
So, you understand that no spells can go in or out, and that the dome from the outside is completely opaque. No one can see inside, and the dome can be any color, so it could vaguely blend in with the ground, possibly.
And the unconscious man.
Well,
You
he's
just-
one of the few people that we have that can do this, but to ensure essentially plausible deniability that he knows nothing of what we're talking about, we do this. Very rarely, but this is fairly important.
So is he like dead?
No, he'll be asleep for like an hour.
Oh, okay.
It's like a really this is probably the worst part, a really bad hangover.
Ooh.
It's kind of why we try not to do this that often. He also does get paid a lot for this. Considering, again, he's one of the few that can do this that we know of.
Yeah.
But yes, okay, you all made it. Everything was good in the north? Yes?
As good as it can be.
I'm gonna walk the banana. Careful, just fucking walks off. Wherever she can in this weird fucking room, she is done. Nuh-uh.
The
you
10-foot
can-
radius.
You can walk out of the
Yep.
dome. Like, as you kind of like take a step out of it, you realize you can walk completely through the dome. You can walk in and out of it. But as you get outside the dome, and as Dusk goes, wait, okay. You get outside of the dome. As your head passes through the dome, whatever Dust was saying is abruptly cut off, and it's actually fairly silent outside. And then you kind of turn around for a second to look back, and the dome is completely opaque. You can't see anything inside of it.
Nice.
It's a weird, muddy, like greenish brown color.
Alright.
Wow, I didn't know Jaffel could go invisible.
Jaffel legitimately says.
For everyone
"Nice and
inside,
peace and
you can
quiet."
see outside.
Oh.
So Jaffel is standing just outside of the dome after seeing this for a second.
And she can't hear us.
Can y'all hear me? I know you can see outside the dome. Can you hear outside the dome?
No, not at all.
Alright. Well, finally, some sense. Shit, did I take the
Smells like
banana?
pig toes.
Wait, that's an honest question. Did I take the banana with me?
I don't know. Or did she take the banana?
Well, I mean,
Sure.
I went to take the banana.
Stuff to stay
Alright.
within 120 feet of me.
Alright. Well, she's just like, alright. She's pretty happy. She sees the opaque dome and is like, so just sighs. I'm getting. She puts her hand through it. I don't know if she can. She tries to. What's it do?
You said you're putting your hand through the dome.
Or trying to touch it, yeah.
You go to touch it, and your hand passes right through it.
Oh, that's a lot of fun. She pokes her head in.
She's not very smart. Oh,
Can she hear now that her head's in it? Or does my entire body have to be?
Yeah, no, you poke your head in, and you just kind of hear like the last like word and a half of that. And as your head's in it, you can see through the dome.
Okay,
Oh,
and I
hi,
can hear.
Jackal.
So okay, sweet. So I'm like, so I give a dog a little bit of a look. I sort of like eerily twist my neck towards you. And I'm like, I'm gonna take a breather. Eh? Tell me how this goes.
Okay.
And she goes,
Thumbs up.
flunk! Outside of it. And she just seethes there angrily. And y'all can all see it, and she doesn't know that. But she is sitting there, seething angrily.
Okay. As this is all happening, Dust is like, okay, well, a couple things to get through, I guess. A lot of important weird stuff. See, so things I was supposed to find out for you. Yes, okay. As far as Yuval, you um so we we know generally where he is.
Meval gives him
As,
like puppy dog eyes.
as far as he's at the frozen sea in the Otterock.
Frozen Sea.
Hey,
Most likely?
fella
Uh,
talking.
Oh. Oh.
That is where at least a lot of the desert bandits, desert raiders, whatever you want to call them, keep most of the people that they buy or trade in, sell, whatever. It's most of it where they mostly stay. And from what we know, he probably hasn't been moved from there. But that would really be your best bet to figure out if he's still there, and if not, where past that he was taken.
Who's he?
I don't like the desert.
Meval sets her jaw. All right.
Who's he?
Where's he? Shut up.
No!
Okay.
I will
tried.
thunderwave this whole place.
Not
So that was the
I
again,
want
first
dude.
names to be
Stop.
used.
And then the other part of this is, I guess, at least to most of us, the more important part. So Lodan does have a child, or he's keeping a child, a kid. He's keeping a young one,
He's
but it's not a tabaxi. And he looks over to Mare. It's a Genasi child.
Wait, I know a Lodent.
What the hell is happening here?
And he
Does
pulls
nobody
out
use names?
he pulls out a piece of paper. And he hands it over to Mare. This was meant to go to Felbar.
What was supposed to go to Felbar?
He's handing you a note, like a small piece of paper. Hold it up.
I thought you were calling the child it, and I was like, what?
So
Well, it's more of a-
what type of?
We just know
child
he
was
has
it?
a child. Turns out not Tabaxi, but it's a Genasi, and well, you're the only one that has appeared so far. And this seems important. Do you look at the note he's handing you?
Yes, sorry.
Okay, so you quickly glance at the note, and it's a very succinct 50,000 gold, or the Banshee's head, whichever's harder.
Wait, whichever's harder. That's all it said?
Yeah.
Okay. And where's this child being kept? In the frozen sea or somewhere else?
So the child has been kept within Ascor, not particularly with Lodan, but in a separate facility.
which facility?
So we know the location. And as much as I'd like to know, I'm not going to ask if or how you know the Banshee, but child seems important, and you're the only Genasi we've seen for a while.
You're not wrong. There's not many of us, so it's worth looking into.
Now, the hard part is, I don't know exactly how we're going to do both. Because as far as I'm aware, you, Mival, really want to kill Lodun, get rid of him. I don't know. You don't like him.
I just want my family back.
But I have to assume that the child is important to you, Mare.
Right. So what are you getting at?
So the problem is, if we hit one location, the other becomes a lot harder. So, I guess the important question is, which would you guys prefer to go after? So, we have a general plan of we'll try and do whatever you're not doing. So if you decide to try and dispose of Lodent, we'll attempt to free the kid. If you decide to go after the kid, we'll attempt Lodent. Because if one happens and the other doesn't, then whatever doesn't happen is going to be really hard for a while. And the other thing is, it's going to take a little bit of time to prepare everything. So I think the best option is we can essentially smuggle you into Ascor, and you can either hang out, help, be with some of the specters here until everything's ready. And then from there we can, whichever you decide to hit, we'll do the other.
Yeah, this whole situation makes a lot of sense to me.
Really, Orzu? Because I'm lost.
Kids, he, him, this, that, over here, over there.
Yeah.
It's not my
Jackals
fault if they
doing
haven't told you why they're here.
Yeah,
a
you
very
tell me.
impromptu
Yeah, they don't
dance
tell us anything.
on the outside with the banana. That isn't great for the situation, but she doesn't know.
Yeah, Jaffel is blissfully unaware of the conversation that is happening.
Yeah, she's finally getting her attitude back too. Like she was a bit miffed, and now she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm dancing with the banana." It's really hard to be mad when there's a flying banana.
Right?
True, Mr. Split's
Right?
pretty awesome.
It's pretty cool. I'm gonna lie. But yeah.
I step up to Granny and I sigh. I want to be the one to kill Lodent.
Okay, so what are our options? Sorry, there was a lot of words, a lot of things. Can you guys put it in simple terms? Donk terms?
One child Ascor, one child Frozen Sea. We choose which one we go for. They do the other.
It's not. The one in the frozen sea is not my child.
What?
It's Vasca. I don't even know where my child is. And I look over at Dust. I'm not even sure if you found anything about my child yet.
Really, no. The most we know is that at some point Lodent was traveling with them, but no one's really sure when they weren't. He never arrived here with a child. The child, I guess current one that is in here, was brought into town maybe 2 weeks or so ago. But was only recently discovered like 6 days, a week ago, maybe.
Revel wrings her claws and nods and looks down. Whatever you want to do, Granny.
Well, I already told the trash can I'd pay him if we went to Ascor. Wait, I said I'd pay you in a gem, didn't I?
Yeah, I got it already.
Yeah, so you still have to do your part of my deal. So you don't get a say in this.
Okay. If I stick my head outside towards Jaffel, am I a floating head?
Oh, no.
Yeah, you do that, and Jaffel, as you're again blissfully unaware of what is happening,
Peanut
you
butter
s-
jelly
you see-
time. Peanut butter
you see
jelly
Horzu. His head is just sticking out of the dome now.
time. She mid dance just sort of freezes.
They told me I could never get ahead, Jaffel. That's a joke.
This
I'm banning this
yeah,
motherfucker.
no, it's So how's the doom globe going?
He's
huh?
not needed here anymore, right? Can I push him out?
You need to come in here.
We have
It's getting
to. They
spicy.
don't listen to me.
I mean, you can push
No.
him out, but he can come back in.
They don't listen. If they ignore you again, Jaffel, I'll thunderwave.
We can hear
It's
you,
really
by the way.
important.
Yes.
No, with his head out of the dome, you can't hear him.
Ah.
All right, come on, Nana.
I'm thinking about crop dusting these fools too, but I won't. All right, let's go.
All right, I grab onto his head.
Aren't you in a full metal suit so you just hotbox yourself? Or hotbox yourself?
Oh man, that's on point.
Yeah, but I want to smell it. But it cuts it off at the neck. Anyway, I don't do it. We're back in. And I
Alright.
tell everybody if you ignore Jaffel again, I'm thunder waving.
Who?
Please,
Test
please
me,
don't.
dog.
If he
Please,
leaves,
please don't.
points at the one on unconscious. If he leaves, this whole dome's gone.
I don't even know your name, furry fella.
I mean, I do have one quick question. Why the dome? Are we in danger here?
So the dome prevents any arcane means or divine means of peering in or out of it. No one can spy on us in here. No one can see inside of it. Nothing can be cast into it from the outside. Likewise, nothing can be cast outside from in.
So anyway,
Jaffel lies down with the unconscious dude. Just kind of,
It's-
just because.
It's
I
more
got
of
a
a
question.
it's more of a preventative measure because we don't know what kind of prying eyes they have.
You're the one peering at me, man.
did Jaffel get high?
Yeah, well, it's because you're sexy.
I know
He was
that.
checking you out. Why do you think he is? He had a, yeah.
Oh, I finally understand why you said Jaffel in one of the messages.
Oh, is that when I was? Oh, that's when I was. Thanks.
Jaffel says hi.
Jaffel says.
When it was supposed to be me, Vel says hi.
And she stands up. You know what, sir? You haven't said hi back.
It was supposed to be me, Val says hi.
I don't care. It's the sentiment.
It's a wonder we survived this long.
It's a wonder I'm still here. Goes back to bed.
Anyway, it sounds like we're gonna take on Lodent while you go to the frozen sea.
Is that what we decided?
Yes. it is
Yeah, I
that.
guess it is.
Well, no, both
Sure, that's-
both
that's-
things are in Asgore. The frozen sea is more of a separate issue that you guys can handle whenever. We have nothing to do out there.
Ah.
The thing is, I don't care whose kid it is. But little person come first.
There's
hate to say
only
it.
one. Yeah, there's only
Okay,
one.
so we're
child,
saving the child. That's what we agreed on.
Cool.
Wait,
Like, I'm
what
still
are we doing?
confused.
don't
I
care
told-
who's
I told-
supposed
I
to be
told-
saving a kid and not.
I told Granny that I wanted to kill Lodent, so
And isn't the Genasi kid with Lodent?
No.
Or did miss
I mean,
one?
yes and no. Lodent and the child are in Asgore. Both in separate parts of Asgore, though.
Oh, I misunderstood the choices.
So the choices are essentially you either go and kill Lodent and will attempt to free the child, or
I don't like the.
you
word
go and free the child and will attempt
Oh.
to kill Lodent.
The word attempt does not build confidence.
I say attempt because you'd be attempting to kill Lodent and we'd be attempting to to free the child, or vice versa.
When
They're
we do
both
this,
attempts,
not
whether they
attempt.
succeed or not. I mean, I don't know how you guys operate, so
We don't know how we operate.
Granny, I think this is both personal for both of us.
partially why I'm asking seems to be a bit of a conflicting importance. It's also why we're trying to do both at the same time, because then we can possibly split everything that's going on. Hopefully confuse them and do both at the same time. Because if one succeeds and the other fails, well, whatever fails is going to be really hard.
listen here, fella. What is more sneaky? Because I'm not the sneaky type.
What I really think,
Both?
Damn it.
and we've all not can agree, but I think we go for Lodent because as important as it is to get the child back, it's more important to teach anyone else that they cannot do this again. So I want to go take Lodent and string his head from the gates of Ascor for all.
So
to
we're
see.
legitimately saying, "Hey, kid, F you, 'cause revenge."
No, because they're gonna save him. The other
Yeah,
guy.
we're
The
Are
saying-
they?
guy.
I don't know if I trust them. They couldn't tell me their name. They couldn't say hi. They
No,
couldn't
but
just give me. I don't know, man.
When they see how we treat Lodent, they'll know if they fuck up, we'll treat them even worse.
If they fuck up, a kid dies.
I got
Well,
a question.
Possibly.
Oh, possibly.
Mostly if we fuck up, then whoever
Yeah.
was sent on that mission is dead. What they do with the kid after that is, I mean, whoever we sent would be dead. So,
I got a question. So I heard that Lodent is kind of running things around here. Is it really going to be that easy? We can just walk in, give him a whole
well, no.
and a couple
Lodent
arrows.
Lodent is, I guess you could describe him as a branch head. So he does all of the
Mm.
human or person trafficking. I don't know why it was
Oh.
always called human trafficking. Weird term. He handles all of that. He's not the head of everything that the Burning Shadows do. He's just very rapidly become in charge of people.
Okay, so he's an asshole. Got it.
Yes, but he's not the one in charge. There's actually, I guess,
Hold on.
a couple different ones. Lodent does all the trafficking. There's one that does the poisons, although you killed at least some of the people that they're not doing great. There's one that does most of the I guess the one that leads all of the information network that they have. There's one that leads the particular training that most of their members go through.
Okay.
There's kind of one over all of them.
So this isn't the big boss. So we might stand a chance.
That would literally be impossible. Which is why we're trying to get rid of Lodent, because that kind of hurts everything.
I like the plan. All right, that's my question, and I vote with me, Val, whatever she wants to do.
You all know what I want to do.
Val and I agreed like 15 minutes ago.
Well,
So you're all go after Lodent then.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well I've heard 4 of you say yes.
Yeah,
J-
I'm kind of
Ja-
contractually bound.
I guess.
Stay sleeping.
Jaffle.
Poker with a stick.
See?
I was so sassy and didn't even hear it. Jaffle, I guess? Oh? You see me down here with your pal? Could have slit his
Well,
throat.
all 4 of
No.
them said they want to go after Lodent, but I mean there's 5 of you. So.
One is a strong word. Anyway, hello. My name is Jeff. Can we properly meet at some point? Hello. I would love to know your name. I'm usually quite pleasant, but this is a bit rough. Loaded, no
I'm
loaded.
Dust.
Child, no Hi. Hi, Dust.
These two never told anyone.
No. I know, this is some internal problems too, but still.
How do you guys operate?
Badly. Give everyone this little look. Anyway.
He's not wrong.
Here's the thing. I'm here to support my friends, but I haven't felt very supported in this conversation. On this way? What do you do? Who are you?
See, part of this was assuming that these two would have told the rest of their party.
You'd think, but they haven't, so I need some help.
Okay, so real quick, I'm Dust.
Yes.
I'm part of the Spectres in Asgore, kind of the arguably second largest thieves guild, I guess you could say. The second largest organization in Asgore.
Alright.
The Burning Shadows kind of control most of Asgore. And I'm more of the in between. I'm the middleman essentially for most of the Spectres. I'm kind of the one everyone not in Asgore talks to most of the time. Or at least everyone I kind of lead.
Alright. How'd you find yourself in this way of work?
That's a story I don't talk about.
I can respect that, but why? Personal, not a good thing, not a good time. I don't know you.
Because
that's
it's a
not your
lot
fault,
easier
but,
to
like-
do business when nothing is personal.
But like, how is this business not personal? Like, we're saving people, or getting the bad guys sometimes. Like, how is this not a personal business? If it were impersonal, we just kill anyone, right? Or have I mixed this up a little?
I guess it's personal in the sense that she, Mival,
Yes.
as he gestures to her, has some kind of past with Lodent that isn't the greatest. And personal in the sense that Mare here probably knows whose child this is, if not hers. I assume not.
I couldn't have children for years.
You don't look
Fair
a
enough.
day over
I'm
20,
right
don't
up.
be silly.
Again,
Oh.
not that there's a lot of Genasis here. It's a little bit of an assumption that she would at least know whose kid this is. And it's personal enough for us in the sense that,
Yes.
well, I guess it has to involve the Banshee.
The Banshee.
Chapel, I appreciate how friendly you are, but will you answer the man's question?
What's the question?
Go after Lodent or no?
How was I supposed to answer that question before even knowing who he was?
Because it's me, Val, asking you if you want to do it with her, not him.
Want is a strong word. I
It
will.
should be Val asking if you will help her or not.
It was him asking.
Sounds like all 5 of us say yes.
Nice to meet you. She goes out of the bubble.
Listen, Hoju, I complimented her, so you can't get mad at me.
How are you guys together?
Fate.
Pretty much.
Delivery.
Misfortune.
All I wanted was
Isn't
my
that always
my
how it is?
family.
It's always misfortune. Well, I guess from here, we can smuggle you safely into Ascor. Planning and preparation is going to take roughly 2 weeks. And then, like, you guys will go after Lodent.
Are you gonna
You
give
say
us
2 weeks?
snacks?
There's a lot of preparation that goes into raiding a fairly secure facility. If you guys are going after Lodent, then we have to go to that facility. And while we are a large organization in Ascor, it's fairly tense in Ascor. And we're not all entirely in one location. So it takes a little bit to gather us together. And we have to get supplies together.
Like snacks?
Well, no, food would be had before the raid. It'd be kind of awkward to eat during the raid.
Real. I like
don't
the
know-
way
you
you
don't
guys
know,
do
dog.
business.
Eval face palms again.
And assuming everything goes successfully,
It will.
a lot of drink will be had after the raid.
Nice.
Probably.
She looks at Dust. I do want to buy you a pint, so
You haven't bought me a pint.
shut up, Dunk.
That's true.
Okay.
That ain't right.
Kind of rude.
I'll buy you a pint, dunk.
Okay.
You owe him a keg.
Two pints. Two
pints.
kegs.
Oh, okay, that's a little rich.
Okay, so we can smuggle you into Ascor and then plan from there, yes?
Yeah, what do we do in the meantime?
Yeah, the 2 weeks we just sit in Ascor?
That's really up to you guys.
Weren't you the one who last time told us not to go into Ascor because we'd be killed on sight?
That's why we're getting smuggled, silly.
But we're still gonna be in Ascor for 2
That was
weeks.
on the assumption
gonna
that
be
you
in, like, a-
know in Ascor.
Oh.
Blindly walking into Ascor can get anyone killed very quickly.
Yeah, not gonna lie, you guys aren't very smart, so we probably need an escort. Oh, surprise. I was expecting more backlash from that.
Mainly because I didn't hear it.
Okay, good. Because it was only nice things.
The idiot called us idiots. Oh, no.
Eval says nothing, just glares at him.
I mean, we can smuggle you in now, and whether you want to not really do much for 2 weeks, or I mean, you can try and help with the planning for 2 weeks. You can go off and prepare somewhere else for 2 weeks and come back presumably a day or two beforehand, and we can try and smuggle you in then.
How far?
Hmm.
How far is it from the frozen sea from here?
I mean, assuming you get to the other end of Asgore, I mean, well, depends on... Really depends on how direct you're going to be. It'd be very, very awkward to walk straight across the desert to the frozen sea without any kind of preparations. But if you do walk from Asgore kind of straight to the frozen sea on foot, $10, maybe 2 weeks, depending on the sandstorms and the encounters you can have in the desert.
She cringes but nods and stays silent.
I think it's best if you get us in the city and we could just help with the prep.
Granny knows best.
I agree with Mare.
Mama knows best.
Wonderful. Chaffel, did you walk out of the dome, right?
Yes, Adobe.
Okay. So Dusk goes, wonderful. I guess this... Can somebody get her back? Or... I
Yep.
kind of have to go over smuggling everyone and...
Stick my head out of the dome.
this is not
I ain't got
terribly important. We kind
nobody.
of have to wait until he wakes up.
Slight little
Jeff left dancing here. You can't see it.
yeah.
I wish you could project your voice through the banana. That would be pretty awesome.
Banana phone. Ring, ring, banana
Banana.
This
phone.
is probably the
phone,
most
but then-
awkward point because we have to wait for him to wake up.
Anyone got any? I was gonna say playing cards, but I don't know if that's a thing. Dice.
It is, but we don't have any. I assume.
Darn.
Basically, do I gotta come back?
Yeah, I think they're playing in something or something.
Like always, always.
Yeah.
And we want to invite you this time.
I
you
can't
don't
hear you.
whine.
I can't hear you.
She can't hear you, dog.
I fear that that's
not
what you
in the
say. I'm
dome
just
yet?
saying I can't hear
Okay.
you. No, that's fair. That's what you said, but I can't hear you.
Plus, it's almost bedtime.
I'm standing on your side, not Mare's side.
Looky.
All right. Goes in.
Alright.
Goes into the dome. Dome.
Hey, Dust fella, how long is this fella gonna be out?
Well, considering how long we've been talking... half an hour.
Damn it. How
That's
long's
always the worst part, because we always plan for an hour, but we don't know how long it takes usually to talk. Sometimes the information's really quick, and then, whoever I'm talking to leaves, and then I'm sitting here for like an hour waiting for him. Sometimes I end up talking to people for a while in this dome, and, well, we try not to do this twice to him in one day.
Why are we waiting for him?
We can't just leave them.
Certainly could.
Wait for him. But how long's the
He's,
dome?
this thing, 8 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I'm
well,
sleeping.
well, well.
As far as the unconscious fellow, well, he's the only one that I have here that can kind of make all of us invisible temporarily. Also, it's my job to get him back. I can't just leave him here.
Yep. But I am now using this hut to sleep in. This is now Horzu's hut.
Fair enough. I
Horzu's
probably want to sleep
tiny
off
hut.
the hangover anyway, so.
Cute.
Plus, we don't have to take watches.
That is the best part of this.
So we're all taking a short rest then? Is what I'm
Unless
hearing?
you oversleep. If you go past 8 hours, it's very awkward.
Yeah, I'm finishing my long rest. We're walking in the middle of the night, Mayor. It's sleeping time.
Yeah, I think I also got woken up. I think it was me and Horzu and Mare.
Yeah, everyone did. Technically, Jackal is the one who was awake.
All right, Jackal, you're on watch.
Oh shit!
Have
Sorry,
fun.
I literally just got back. That's my bad. I need.
No,
I
you're
you're
really
not
need.
on watch. You're not.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
no,
Okay.
you're not,
Shit.
you're
Oh.
fine.
I was
Have fun
worried that
talking to the
silence
dust
was-
feller.
Watch not at all needed. You're in a dome for 8 hours that can't be accessed by anyone else other than whoever's there.
Nice dome. Alright, what's going on?
It's now Horzu's hut.
Hut?
Horzu's tiny hut.
Oh.
Yep.
Ain't no need to say all that.
Well, I mean, it's very small.
We're not
Only
planning
fits 9 people.
anything right now, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of people here. Kinda claustrophobic. Dead guy. Bunch of alive guys.
I mean, he's not dead.
Yeah.
That's what you think. I'm kidding.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Wouldn't that be
That would be
funny?
really awkward for everyone here, including myself.
Certainly, but it's not. It was just a funny joke.
Oh god. She did lay down next to him. Let me check that guy's pulse.
Oh. Anyway,
Yeah, if we're not
He should be
planning
fine.
anything else tonight, I'm going to sleep.
Okay, sleepyhead.
make sure you keep the banana safe. Mr. Chomps over here.
Oh, yeah.
You just messed
Mhm.
dust. That's rude.
Huh?
Huh?
I elbowed
Huh?
Donk in the wherever again.
Not again. Ow. I'm still bruised from last time.
Bruised.
Pinpoint accuracy. Does anybody cuddle up next? Dust?
Reval's gonna
Dust.
talk to him until they go to sleep. But yeah,
Okay. And unless anyone else has anything to note, there. 'Cause it is already 3 o'clock.
Very late. Yep.
Right on the nose.
Perfect.
The only important thing to do, I guess, from now until next session is you guys will essentially have 2 weeks of downtime. Granted, you're confined to A score. What you don't want to do with 2 weeks of downtime is up to you. Whether you do something yourself to prepare, if you help them prepare, you
Oh,
come up with any idea of what you can think of to do for 2 weeks in game.
Okay. Homework.
I already know what Reval's gonna do.
Lucky.
Alright, I guess at just some point, either message me directly or just put it in the D&D chat.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie, sounds good.
Maybe put it in the D&D chat so we all know what everyone's doing. Because I'd assume we tell
I
each
guess,
other what we're doing.
Yeah, that would generally be.
Yeah.
Unless you want to go on a
Unless it's
secret
super
mission.
secret.
Then tell Folia, yeah. Donk, no secret missions for you. You need a
Everyone
chaperone.
knows what Donk's doing. He's eating.
I guess the one
Well-
thing I will post. I don't remember. I guess this is mainly for Horzu. Did I ever send you the crafting guide that I'm using?
Don't think so.
So it's I'll send it to you now. The page I'm sending you has a couple different things. I'll just post it in the D&D chat.
Bye, stream.
This
Love
is
you
most
all.
of the crafting guide that I follow. If
Bye.
you go to the Xanathar's guide section,